Disruptor.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the American Dota League Season number 2. We're here in the grand finals, a best-of-5 series between Mousesports and Team Liquid. We're already up to game number 3. It's tied 1-1. We're in a best-of-3 series right now, theoretically, with these two teams, obviously. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Mont. With me tonight is not What Is Hip. We actually have a new member. Kalo Guy, how you doing, man?
I'm happy to be back, Mont. Am I coming in clear right now?
You are coming in loud and clear.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I don't want to be too loud and overbear everyone, but happy to be here. The weather is also a bit finicky where I am. Hopefully, we'll all be good. The net will be fine. Condolences to Greg. I'm sorry his internet wasn't working out. You know, I shout out to him. I know he's visiting his parents, being a nice boy, so. But I'm happy to step in. I'm excited, baby. American Dota, the grand finals. Let's do it.
It's the grand finals. It's a very fitting. It's very fitting to have all three of us be casting this series. So I'm glad you've glad you've jumped in. Obviously, it's just natural selection. Sadly for Greg, his internet wasn't working, so the strong have to step up, and that's going to be you here. So we're into the game, man. And I know you've watched a bit of the series already, and Mousesports and Liquid, they've played some solid games. Look with that really solid first game with obviously Quakefo playing that Mirana, your resplendent lady, as you so.
Oh yes, Fedora has been tipped, my friend. Neckbeard is fluffed.
She's here at the second game, or the third game rather, for Mousesports right now, who played a very solid game, a bit shaky at times, but they took the victory, and it could go either way here, man. Honestly, I don't know. And with the draft as well, they pick up the Disruptor, first pick for Team Liquid, and then the Darkseer on top of it all.
Yeah, a bit of an homage, I guess you could say, to Team Sna and Whitebeard. They love to get that first pick with Disruptor, and I'm a big fan of the hero, personally. This is like my number 2 go-to as far as supports. He's just a playmaker, and with his ultimate, he has just so much great crowd control already as well against the Mirana and the Bane, that diabolical peanut butter and jelly combo, which everyone just kind of scoffs at when they have to go against. So, strong early lane dominance possibly coming out from Mousesports, and for Team Liquid, more of that Team Wombo combo factor, which, you know, I'm sure as casters we love, we percolate. It's great.
Yeah, we're very happy. The nips are out and they're full throttle here. So Darkseer Disruptor, one of my favorite combos to see. Vacuum Static Storm, you mentioned it, really solid. I'm surprised they didn't pick up a Mousesports Shadow Demon here instead of the Bane, but it works just as well. With the lockdown, having obviously the Fiend's Grip is very nice to have. Liquid will go for the Kunkka, which is an interesting pickup. TC has been playing this year very solidly, even since the qualifiers, which we saw a couple of games where he did very well with it. And I love the pickup. Mousesports will go right into an Enigma pick, which is sort of surprising given the heroes they're up against, but I guess works well.
Yeah, Kunkka is one of those pickups typically teams like to save for their 5th and final grab, like more of their wild card factor for the mid lane if they are going to be throwing him in that mid lane as a core role. Though we have seen him shift around and also played as a support. It actually wasn't that long ago I picked up that EG game where I believe Zai was the one to pick up the Kunkka and run him as a support, which I think he did a really great job with. With the help of that new buff to X marks the spot, you can send allies, you know, allies can TP back to the base and you can quickly bring them right back into the heat of the battle, fully rejuvenated and ready to go. So he definitely has a bit of flexibility there. So they are able to shift him around a bit if Mousesports do decide to build into a heavy counter, but they're also looking to build a bit of, you know, team-oriented fight themselves with the Enigma grab and also more of that purpley blue kind of a thing they have. And, well, Team Liquid finish things out, and it will be a secondary support Treant Protector, which, you know, we've all come accustomed to from time to time. Just strong, supportive, defensive support. And well, I'm already seeing here that Liquid, they're not looking for any sort of heavy aggression early in the game. I don't think we're going to expect to see any sort of lane rotations, ganks on mid, or anything like that.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, if you get a good rune for this Treant Protector, it might be something.
That's true.
It really comes down to, I think, the timing. And honestly, though, I like the lineups for both teams. I just don't know how this Bane works out for Mousesports. You did mention they were both purpley. I mean, you look at Mousesports, they're super purple. Liquid go for the purple-blue strategy, and then they kind of break things off like, all right, we're going to go for the Treant Protector, and that's... I don't like it, man. Oh, God, that's red as hell.
Things got spicy, though.
They did.
Things got spicy way too quick.
They're going to go for the Ember Spirit now. A solid choice for them. Probably going to be their mid laner here. I'm surprised. I have not seen Mouse play this in some time. And the important thing to note is Liquid ban out Fata's Troll, which we saw so very often. This time it was in the second ban phase. Liquid, they say, listen, we don't want to dedicate all of our resources to that Troll ban. Instead, they're just going to ban it out. And, well,
Mousesports turn to
you know what? I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with the drafts that both sides have, but Searing Chains could be pretty good here. The Sleight of Fist, Ember Spirit can carry this late. Against a Kunkka, I'm not too sure how it's going to work out, but I'm okay with it.
It adds a little bit extra disable, extra mobility, which is something Ember's known for. And as you were saying, they haven't seen him picked up recently. I agree with you. I mean, I also have Dota open up here, and to be honest, it looks like, unless I'm mistaken here, they haven't even picked up Ember Spirit in all of 6.81. I mean, I'm trying to see even one game here, but I'm not unless it's skipping over. It's definitely not in their top like 15 grabs. So this is something Mousesports hopefully have been holding in their back pocket and looking to bring to the table here in the grand finals and try to take it up into a game number 2 victory for them. So, or a second victory rather, and now game number 3. And just to jump back a bit of a topic, and Treant Protector, I know that this has been a notoriously first blood kind of a hero with the power of that leech seed, but you do have to remember in that recent 6.81b patch, it was nerfed just a little bit. So I don't know if we've had the privilege of seeing an early lead seed gank yet, but I'm curious to see how much that patch has affected his early aggressive potential.
10 seconds remaining.
Honestly, I think it's kind of a big deal, almost like the cold snap and Volker, which we saw in the last game as well. And you talked about it, Greg and I talked about it a little bit as well. The Treant Protector Leech Seed nerf is pretty big. They go for the Morphling Liquid now. This is the lineup I like to see. They have this early kind of aggression. They get Demon maybe up on the Treant Protector. Darkseer is going to be really, really good for them as well. And then they could fall back on the Morphling a bit later, and even the Kunkka to a certain extent. For Mousesports, their lineup is kind of just like, all right, let's just throw a bunch of random heroes together and hope it works. Obviously, that's not the case. They have a plan. They have the Bane Mirana combo, which we talked about. The Enigma will be in the jungle, will be looking for Blink or Black Hole, or Mech obviously will be nice. Ember Spirit in the mid lane, and then they'll pick up an offlane hero here. But I just feel like it gels better for Liquid. Like they have the better kind of lineup. Then again, you pick up the Ancient Apparition for Paz, and who knows what can happen considering that's one of his damn good heroes. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, AA is their number 1 grab. As of 6.81, they've picked it 16 times. They're 12-4 with the hero. You know, we get a little bit tired of it from time to time, but he's a playmaker, and he's got great potential with the Ice Blast in early game with the Chilling Touch. If they run some sort of crazy early lane, it could bring in a lot of kills early. But the problem I'm seeing here with Mousesports is they have a relatively squishy lineup here. None of these can really take a big beating, and you're going to have a huge team fight coming your way from the side of Team Liquid. So they do have to be very, very cautious rather with their positioning and how this works out. But they also need to make sure Quakefoot doesn't get out of hand too quickly.
That you make a very good point as well, because these team fights are going to be extending for long periods of time. You have Boat, which gives you the run, which is so really nice to have for Liquid. And obviously, when you have that kind of extended team fight, over that course of time, Tidebreaker's going to be doing a lot of damage. Thunderstrike, Quakefoot's going to be beating down on people, and he'll start doing a lot of damage. And like you mentioned, I mean, there's plenty of targets here for Shotgun, assuming you can get that Ethereal Blade up. So it really comes down to really solid positioning from Mousesports here. We are going to go ahead and introduce the teams as we jump into game number 3. It's 1-1 already. We're in a best-of-3 series here now as we jump into this third game. MSS for Mousesports will be on the Enigma on the Dire side. Misery is going to be on the Bane. Paz on his favorite Ancient Apparition. Pycat on the Farming Mirana. And Fata to round it all out for the Ember Spirit.
And also bulldozing their way potentially to this bottom lane, leading out the front for Team Liquid. It's Bulba once again playing your support. He's going to be playing the Disruptor. Right next to him, side by side, is Demon, aka Pegasus, playing Tree once more. They do have to be a little cautious here. A bit of aggression, jungle movement coming out from Mousesports. When with Mirana and Bane, you can hand over a very quick and easy first blood, but they do step back. Behind them, also joining in the bottom lane, of course, it's going to be Quakefoot playing your carry core Morphling. On the mid, we got TC playing, like you said, the Kunkka. And finally, your top off lane going to be none other than Liquid's Way 2 playing your Darkseer. And, well, I'm real excited to see how this one's going to go out, Mott. $10,000 of prizes on the line. First place gets 5 Gs. Second place, 3. So $2,000 difference between first and second place. So very hungry for the money, I hope.
Yeah, and it's just a good warm-up for TI4 as well. Obviously, Liquid, they have that planned game to get into the main event. It's just playing against this amount of teams. I think they played against, I forget what team it was for Bounty Hunter. I think it was Empire. Yeah, it was Empire. They lost very close in that series. So, I mean, just getting good practice. Liquid early on, they're going to go for a roaming gank here, potentially on mid. Fata has to be very careful. This is not the best positioning for him to be in. And they're going to try to go for a kill. The Glimpse is going to come back to Leech Seed as well. They had to skill that up. The Torrent not going to go. He actually skills up Flame Guard first. They can't get this kill. It was a nice try, but Fatu avoids a gank, and that's a lot of stuff used just to try to get that mid gank there on Fata.
I like how initially they proved me wrong. I wasn't expecting to be too aggressive early, but they go right for it, right at the horn. But, I mean, there it is, man. Leech Seed. I don't know if it's all because of that, but you can see right there it's not as good as it used to be, and they couldn't bring him down too far. He quickly just heals up, and it's all for nothing. And, well, now on each of the side lanes for Mousesports, they got a free first wave to work with, and Well, bottom, they also have to be careful. Bane lingering on the sidelines, looking for Quickfire. Steps in, there goes to sleep. Can he get the arrow to land? Should be easy. Goes right out, and now right clicks to come with Chilling Touch, and he will fall. Immediate first blood coming out from Mousesports, setting the pace early. Very nice. We were expecting that, though.
Yeah, and that's huge. That arrow connecting, obviously. He actually held the point, and then he skilled it up for waveform, and he tried to wave away at the last second, but the last right click did the job. He does get level 2, but now top lane action happening. Bane grabs a kill. That'll be up on way 2. Darkseer overextending. Really great rotation there. Chasing after Demon as well. All of a sudden, these duel lanes not working out down bottom. Now Pos has been left out high and dry here. Bulba has no mana for a glimpse. In fact, he already used it, so... Arrow's going to connect on Demon at the top lane, getting right-click down. There's the Nightmare as well, just going to deal some damage while they wait, get into better position here. They're going to wake him up. He's going to try to juke to the high ground. Misery's going to keep pace with him. Right-click still going. He's going to try to deny himself. Not going to happen. 3 quick kills for Mousesports. This is their style of play.
And Mousesports out head start in this fight real quick right now. They rotated top so quick and immediately made it work for them, and now they're going to take the long road potentially back to the bottom lane. Here's Murata doesn't have much mana. Torment flies on... Torrent follows on Fata as he eats a bit of harassment but will step back. But man, strong early game coming out already from Mousesports.
This is their MO though. We talk about how aggressive they like to be early on in the game, and this is exactly what they're doing. And the crazy thing is they're rotating around and getting kills as well. It's all over the map. It's not just, you know, bottom lane, it's top lane. It's even, they could even get a kill mid lane if they want to try to go on TC at some point. They have that potential. It just has to have Pycat and Misery involved generally. I don't know if Pos and Misery are going to be enough, but they're going to try to go down bottom. Quickfoot and Bulba might be the next target. The Nightmare about to go. It looks like it will be on Bulba. Will they juggle this Nightmare? It looks like they will. Actually, nice use of the illusion there, but Bulba taking a lot of damage. That Chilling Touch, man, it does work. Quickfoot, he's going to have to strength more. Wow. No, not even going to get a chance. Double kill. Pycat melts Quickfoot. Now the lead sheet going. Demon trying to get a return kill. Again, that lead sheet, though, that nerf, not doing that much damage to Pycat. He'll just regen up with some tangos, and he'll be good to go, man.
This is a powerhouse lane right now for Mousesports, and I wasn't sure quite if this was how they're going to set it up. I mean, call it ignorance, but I thought when I was going to see the demo, they were just going to throw him in the jungle, and then we were not going to get a, you know, this delicious and sweet tri lane, but they definitely have it. And as you can see, top lane, MSS holding his own in this solo safe lane, putting a lot of harassment onto way 2, making things very, very difficult for him. So I really like the early laning phase for Mousesports. The Chilling Touch, the arrow, and the Nightmare, man. It's ridiculous.
This is the first time I think we've also seen MSS up against Way2. Way2 just recently converted to an off-lane player. MSS, a veteran of this lane. Solo, whatever, he plays it so damn well. And right now, he's doing very well in a matchup that shouldn't go that well for him up against the Darkseer. Way2 playing it well as well. But right now, if you look at Liquid, they're down 5 kills. And they're getting decent farm on TC. That's the one thing going their way. But Fots is getting decent CS as well. Misery now smoked up, looking for a potential engagement here on Way 2. They need some more damage other than just maybe a Nightmare. Brain Sap will help out, obviously, but looks like he's going to think better of it. He's going to head mid, but there's a lot of heroes here for Liquid. They're going to try to go on Vatsa here. He's got no level 6. There's the X marks. The Torrent will not connect. The Searing Chain's helping out the Glimpse back. I don't know if they have the damage here. Chilling Touch is going to go. Fatsa, no mana for Flame Guard. Misery's going to come in. Bulba is going to try to back away. There's the Nightmare coming through. Now the Courier on the high ground. Get the kill of the Courier. One more hit from Misery. He's going to grab it. No, it just got full health somehow. Meanwhile, Misery, Brain Sap not going to connect there. Looks like there will be a Torrent. Misery getting caught out of position. The fight will end. Somehow no casualties was in it's all said and done. That Courier healed up, though.
A whole lot of sweating for nothing.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Did that Courier become flying when they tried to kill it? And then it just
it's like they insta-popped it, and then all of a sudden it was just good and ready to go. And as ugly as it is, it does manage to make its escape. And, well, man, a whole lot of sweating and work. They can't get this Ember down. Even with only 2 armor and not really any regen to work with at the time, he just gets out of there. I mean, I don't know if it's just that leech seed thing we've been kind of talking about a lot, but they're not getting the ganks they want going. Disruptor's a fantastic hero, but he is not an early ganker. You can get a glimpse and everything going, but only 1 level of Thunderstrike and really nothing else to offer. It's not a whole lot to get something done in comparison to someone like a Bane or one of these other great roaming support heroes like a Shadow Demon or what have you. And well, it's kind of showing, and while they're kind of sweating out these kills, they're falling behind slowly but surely, and so Mousesports have control of this game early, and we'll see if Liquid can try to pull it back with their big team wombo combo factor.
The thing is, they're not getting the most levels in the heroes they need him to be on. Way 2, he's got level 6 at least. He will scale up an early level wall, but another thing, you talked about the ganking potential on Fatsa, and really it's just coming down to mistiming their Torrents, mistiming their Glimpses and Leech Seeds, and it's really just not going well for them. They're going to keep going back to the well, though. And they're going to try to get this done again. Bulba and Demon, they're going to roam mid. And I don't know. I've seen this movie before. And now with Fire Remnant for Fata, I don't think there's any way they get this kill. Maybe if they head top, they'll get a bit of better luck there, considering Misery's really low. And MSS is kind of a gankable target, although he does have Black Hole. Meanwhile, Fata's going to go to town on TC. They're going to rotate around and just try to help him out. TC's going to pop haste. Fata now, he has Fire Remnant. I think he might have put one down. Yeah, it's way far back. Torrent's going to go. It will connect the lead sheet as well. The glimpse not there. It's just that easy, and that's 3 times, and they cannot get that kill like you talked about.
This is just too much work. I mean, this is not the kind of team that you want to have if you want to work this hard to go for ganks. This Disruptor needs those levels. You're going to get to the point where you're going to need that level 6 to go alongside anything to Darkseer and everyone else, the boat and what have you. And he's going to be so far behind these levels because he's trying to get these ganks on the mid lane. He's trying to assist TC. Now a jump and come out. Is he going to pay? Quick glimpse back. Even the boat will fly. It's obviously not going to catch as the glimpse was there. So miscommunication, more desperation to try to save an ally. But he does regardless step away, and Bulba now has to make the long walk of shame all the way back to the base, and hopefully somewhere where he can get some XP and farm for himself.
Yeah, I mean, right now I agree with you 100%. He needs some levels here, and he's just not getting it with these just ganks mid. They just need to stop the ganks mid altogether, or send more heroes or send better heroes for the job, because it's not working. Or get level 6, and then all of a sudden you don't have to deal with Fire Remnant. Just Static Remnant, or Static Storm rather, or Overgrowth. But those aren't available. Now MSS is actually balling up mid for the most part. His Eidolons, they're starting to put some pressure on this tower. You do have Demon here. He's just going to leech some experience for the time being. Down bottom, Quakefoot is getting a bit more room to farm. He's up against the solo Pycat, who's done rather well, sitting at 39 last hits. And Pycat, we know he can CS. We've seen it before. So now, if you're talking about Mouse getting the early game aggression going, they've already got it done. If they take this late game, they could absolutely find a way to bring this game to their... They could win this just with playing late, which they don't usually do. But with Pycat, the way he's farmed right now, he's in an okay situation.
No, I agree. I feel like step 1 was let's go out strong at the start with our crazy tri-lane here on the bottom lane going very aggressive. Let's try to get a couple of kills going, and then we'll start to slow things down, take a moment to breathe, let Mirana get the farm, and that way when Liquid try to come forward with a heavy team fight, we'll already be so far ahead as far as farm and XP. We'll have the items and everything else needed to just kind of take it to them. So I think Mousesports are taking a moment to step back, get everything going, get the black hole, get the Fiend's Grip, whatever, and then we can make something happen. But they are trying to make something happen. Top lane coming in from Marine. Mirana scouting out. There goes, yep, nice catch it. Arrow. It was nerfed, but it doesn't matter here. A few more right clicks and he'll be able to get it. There goes the Thunderstrike. Can't do a glimpse or anything to get away. It's just too late by that point. He was sitting, plopping, waiting. Invis leaps out, TP's home, and, well, objective complete.
That's just food for Pycat with that Invis rune. A beautiful rune to have with that Mirana. The stun you mentioned didn't matter about that duration. Was fine. MSS gonna throw up the Malphite on TC. He's got both. He might even have to use it, but the black hole coming in. TC, you are dead, my friend. Wow, MSS with the max range on that black hole. He just got out at the end. It doesn't matter, though. The Eidolons are going to go. The Ice Blast. Pos is already level 6 on this Ancient Apparition. And guess what? So is Misery. They have so many levels on Liquid right now.
This is going to get pretty heavy here for Koikfa here. He's going to have to build up a lot of extra farm to try to pull it back out. Liquid are not out of this just yet. They have strong team fight. I mean, a lot of these heroes, once they eventually reach their level 6 and get everything online, things could definitely change. But as is right now, Mouse have just taken control of this game. Liquid are going to need a lot more time to work with here, and Mouse, I think, are going to want to try to seal it up very quickly. They know that Koikfa is their lone hope, and they're already making rotations to the bottom all the way through the jungle here. I don't know if they're going to decide to make a go on the Morphling. It's going to be pretty hard to get him by this point, but it's definitely better to try to get him down more often than not.
Yeah, the thing is, they actually used a Moonlight Shadow for it. Koikfa had the map presence to know that everyone was missing, and decided to back away. They still haven't shown up yet, but way too. That is not the position you want to be in. Starstorm is going to go, and with 2 more right clicks, well, he does have living armor. Actually might save his life, but the arrow is going to connect in that tight spot. The Ice Blast is going to fly a bit off the mark. He's going to fall. He does buy before he dies, but they also grabbed another kill on TC with Fata getting it. There are no kills for Liquid on the board at 10 minutes in. It's unraveling at their fingers right now, man. I'll tell you what.
This is very rough. Liquid have to feel pretty morally down right here. They're going to hopefully try to just kind of shake it off and hope that they can eventually, like I said before, get to that point where they can try to bring it back to them. But right now, it's looking long gone. And well, top lane actually continues. Ember making a run in with a bottle. Quick shackle up. Glimpse will pull him back. Was it going to be enough? Nope. Quickly, Remnant's back in. Taking it right to Bulba and quickly takes him down. Very nice work from Fata right there.
I love watching Fata play because he makes those plays. He'll just jump back in with the Remnant. Easy. Just jumps in, gets the kill on Bulba. Bulba's like, well, I guess I can't do much about that. So Mouse, their aggressive playstyle is paying off, and they look beautiful in doing it. They're looking for a potential kill in Quakefoot, who does the smart thing. He TPs away. He TPs specifically to where the farm is, and that's top lane, because he needs CS at this point. Right now, he has caught up. He's got 50 CS right now. We've seen it time and time again. The reasons Liquid are close enough in these games that they're down in is because of Quakefoot getting his CS, but already Mousesports off to such a hot start. They actually pick up a mech for MSS at 11:30. They're going to pick up another tier 1 tower, the last of the game for Liquid, so they've got to find something here for the American squad.
Yeah, but I mean, how much can he actually do here? Looks like potentially coming in from behind. Fata waiting out the Ice Blast, which should land right here, right to the backside of Morphling, looking to potentially make a go. There goes the change. Quakefoot, can he get away here? Waveform goes to the top of the river, but oh, the jumping. And that's it. That's your lone hope, your dark horse, if you will. Now the boat to come out from TC. We're going to get a redemption kill here on Fata. Fata with a little bit of mana, plays down Sentry, and Remnants himself in the face first in the mountain. Doesn't really get anywhere. Running away, Moonlight Shadow, but it'll help him out here. Glimpse back in wall. Oh, there's another Sentry. They see him and they finally take him down. It takes 4 Liquid to finally get it, because meanwhile, the rest of the Squeak Mousesports squad have been going to town in this bottom tier 2. So a victory, I guess, for Liquid, but clearly, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
That was, you mentioned it, man. That was a lot. They used so much. They dropped 2 sentries. They had like glimpses. They had to use kinetic field at torrents. If that's how hard you have to work for a squishy Ember Spirit, then you're in some trouble. And a tier 2 tower falls down bottom as well. Pycat picks up a Midas at 12 minutes, because why not? You're already leading so much. Misery has a Blink Dagger at 12 minutes for Bane. This farm is coming like crazy. TP's into the top lane. They're going to try to go for a fight here. Way 2 maybe in trouble. No, they're going to Fire Remnant further. The Torrent will connect. The Ice Blast might catch on Way 2. Absolutely, the Fire Remnant further. Now the Searing Chains just catches as well. The Vacuum. Fata will get the kill. Now, Fiend's Grip is going on Demon right now. There's going to be a glimpse coming through. Arrow, it's not going to connect on Demon, or Bulba rather. It just misses, but the Brain Sap from Misery grabs the kill on Demon. A 2-for-0 trade. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Good grief, as Charlie Brown would say, I guess. Yes, but Liquid are just, it's really rough right now. 1-13. I suppose they got themselves on the board and they're hoping that was going to be able to lift them up a bit to take it to the next phase, but still a lot of work to do. I mean, Bulba got away, barely. I don't know how, but he's still not level 6. He can't contribute that much to these big team fights that are already coming. And like you said, man, Bane, completely farmed up. He's got a Blink Dagger. He's level 8. Plenty to work with. Just everyone in Mousesports have all the tools they would need to fight, and Liquid are still trying to gather the tools they'd want. Now, up from above here, Ice Blast to go out. Bulba! Taken down right away. Disruptor just can't offer too much by this point. Quakefoot picks up his own Midas, but that's even behind the Mirana, and it's just not looking good. I mean, how long can Liquid take this kind of a beating? They lose another tower, by the way, before they just kind of call it and move on to the next game.
Quakefoot does have 73 CS, but you mentioned he did go for that Midas, so his Linked Sphere or whatever item he's going to go for first is going to be very far off. MSS is going to have a Blink Dagger sooner rather than later, and when he gets Blink Hole going, not much can stop them. They have map control. Roshan is now available. They have enemy jungle control as well. There's not much you could do here if you're Liquid. Luckily, Demon is level 6, so he has that ultimate ready to go, and that might be something that's a bit of a tide turner. MSS still looking for a potential hole. What about Bulba? He still doesn't have his Static Storm yet. That's critical. TC's running forward. Demon on the backside. At some point now, you have to think Mouse are going to grab a gem, and if that happens, then even more map control is going to be lost for Liquid, and even more fights are going to go poorly as well. So
Demon currently dropping the dubs right now. In the mid lane is the tree, faking it out with the ultimate a bit right now, but I think they're all just kind of questioning what is our next step from here. Mousesports are clearly the titans in this game, and we got to try to take it to them. We got to get everything online. Bulba's got his level 6. Maybe we can make a jump in, appropriate overgrowth to follow, boat, Darkseer's wall, vacuum, and then maybe, you know, Disruptor's ultimate, and we can make something happen. Yeah. You know, there are dreams to be had, but can we grant these wishes, Mod? I don't know.
That's like a picture-perfect fight you're talking about, though.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Mouse smoke up.
They actually missed MS's not smoke. MS is like, please, guys, I'm just trying to smoke up with you guys.
Well, he can sit back. He doesn't have his blink yet. He's so close. They don't want to wait for the blink before he, you know, can jump in and just get a nice quick hole. I mean, one big Tim fight, they could end it right now, but they're going to wait.
He's very close to that blink dagger. He certainly wants to get there first. They'll throw sentries down, and Demon's right on the cusp of one, so they have an understanding that he's around. He's going to get hit by an arrow. Yeah.
Oh, no, Demon.
Ice Blast is going to go. They will catch him out of position. The Brain Sap and the right click. Pycat with just an easy arrow. getting that kill. Demon trying to be a little bit cute with his positioning. Well, it doesn't matter. He's dead, and so is this tier 2 tower.
Red Bull gives you wings as you fly all the way back to base, apparently, and now the tier 2 will end up falling here. Chilling Touch adding just so much damage for all the rest of their team, and they quickly move out. All outer towers, Mott, already taken down and apart 16 minutes in, while Liquid still have a couple of tier 1s to still try to get a hold of. This is out of hand very quickly, and well, I had to look at the gold graph.
I did it. As soon as you said, well,
it's flying south, Mott, real quick.
This is a one-way ticket to Sad Town for Liquid right now, but at the same time, they're still, again, we say it so often, they're not out of it, especially when you have a player like Quakefa, who, well, he can get some farm very quickly. The thing I'm concerned about is they have only 1 kill on the board at 16 minutes in, whereas Mouse have 15. If it was like 1 to 3, I'd be like, okay, that's fair. There hasn't been much action, but Mouse have made sure that they've gotten kills all over the place. Experience-wise, it's actually not that bad for them. They're only down 5,000 experience, and that really comes from the deficit that Bulba and Demon are causing here, so... Roshan, like I said, was available for Mousesports, and that's an error that you should have hit by Cap. But listen, we're gonna sweep it under the rug. It's fine. Liquid are ready to fight. They're setting in the high ground. They're waiting for everyone to appear mid, but little do they know, they're in the Roche pit.
They've been going for Roche for a while now. They don't have a crazy amount of damage to work with here. This would have been one of the dream opportunities to make a go on them since they're all clustered together, but Liquid obviously don't even know what's happening. They don't have a proper set of map awareness to see this is going on, that everyone happens to be missing, and Mousesports clean up quickly the Aegis, hand it over to Mirana, it looks like. Yep. Milady grabs up the secondary life and now pushes forward. Sentry Drop needs to Thunderstrike, but going right to town right now. Jump in Remnant, quick sweep, and they kick apart Pegasus, aka Demon, and now Boba will fly. Both supports down and looking to move forward. Pycat jumps right on forward. Come on, my lady. Going forward and takes down Way 2 as well. Just like that, bada bing, bada boom. All 3 end up falling. 18-1, your new score. I guess the dream is technically still alive. But Mousesports, though, they want to end it a lot quicker, it looks like.
Yeah, and all of a sudden now Fata has his first Battle Fury. It's flying out to him right now. Torrent will connect, but it just looks like Mouse are running over Liquid this game. I don't know where the Mousesports that's in this game has been, but it's good to see them back. They're going in. And this is not even the earliest game lineup they've picked. Way2 will buy back, and that's at 18 minutes into the game. Mouse will push back for a moment. The Blink Dagger ready to go. The hole is there. Quick is not a part of this fight. Siri chains TC. Now he's got his bow. He might have to use the mech first. There's the overgrowth. Pycat still with the Aegis. Fire him into the high ground. Fata wants to fight. There's the chains again. Sleight of Fist not available. TC's done. And Way2, he just bought back. He might be next. He's going to get living armored. Fata is going in deep, boys. He wants this kill. Is he going to find it? Absolutely. He's down for 45 seconds. Guess what? Misery's going to grab yet another kill, and it looks like we might see the first tier 3 tower of the game fall. No, GG at 19 minutes in. My God, what a game for Mousesports. Almost perfect. And the black hole for MSS, the victory black hole to round things out, man.
I think that was pretty much a perfect game coming out for Mousesports. I mean, I don't know if you can contribute to mostly the draft and how it worked out. You know, Liquid obviously, maybe they were going for some sort of playstyle that their draft just didn't line up with. They were doing so much aggression in the mid, trying to take it to the Ember Spirit. But Tree now, the new Tree and Disruptor, it's not going to be enough to take it, especially not in comparison to like a Mirana, Bane, and Ancient Apparition lane. So Mousesports are just like, we'll dominate the early game and just kind of snowball this one into oblivion, and well, that's what happened. 21-1, unmerciful, and now Mousesports are going to move on to game point in game number 4.
Yeah, game number 4 coming up rather shortly. We've had really no quick breaks. I mean, it's just been game after game after game, which I'm not going to complain about, guys. So we are going to jump into game number 4 in just a moment. Again, thanks for joining us here in the American Dota League. Make sure you check out AmericanDotaLeague.com, Twitter.com/AmericanDota for all of the updates for the ADL Season 2 and potential seasons forward. Again, thanks for joining us. My name is Mike. Follow me at twitter.com/MontDota2. And for joining me, Kyle Guy stepping in for What Is Hip. Thanks for joining us. Of course, you can follow him at twitter.com/KyleGuy. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment, guys. Stick around.